Christmas is a time that people spend a lot, and we're talking about spending cash. They get gifts for their loved ones and also attend various events in town as part of the recreation to have fun. So what has been the trend over the last 4 days? And have things been as good for the event organizers with all the shows that have happened between now and the time that we've had it on the 24th. Now, we will also be joined in the studio by a number of our guests who are part of the event organizers, who want to make sure that they put together the shows, they have targeted various people as part of the market, etc. And so we have Kwesi Edu, he's with Roverman Productions. We try as much as possible to speak to a number of event organizers too on the phone and try to just tease their mind as to what goes into putting together the shows, and when they're putting together the shows for the targeted audience, what do they look at, etc. Well, we have Kwesi Edu here. Kwesi Edu, how are you? And I know that for Roverman, you have a pack of 5 plays you're showing for the season?
Yes, yes.
They're all old plays or new plays?
Plays we've done this year, 4 plays we've done this year, and 1 from our repertoire, which was decided by our patrons.
Right. Now, if you're putting together a show as an event organizer, for a season or let's say for the whole year, the package, what really do you look at?
Entertainment and fun. People should be able to come and laugh their heart out. They should be able to enjoy themselves, that they go home more satisfied and fuller in terms of entertainment and then satisfaction. And once they are able to get that, the lessons you want to send out starts hitting them days after the shows. So it lives on them and it becomes part and parcel of them.
I see. But we know that for every product or service, it needs to be couched or perhaps put together for a certain target market or group.
Yes.
Do you also look at that?
Yes, we look at the family is our target. For the festive season, the
for
family,
Roverman, yes, the family is your target.
The family is a target because everything starts with the family. And in the festive season, you can't go out as a parent and leave the kids at home. So that's why we make sure we give you quality, family-oriented entertainment. So the kids can watch the play and ask all kinds of questions. The kids can watch the play and engage their parents in a discussion, ask questions about it. And there's times when you're going out as a family, it means you are getting, if you have a family of 5, it means you are getting 5 packs of the festival, which means the 5 days the family will go out and enjoy. This is a 5-day that will be so difficult in modern time to share with families, but you can have that time because you drive from home to the place, go watch, and what most people do is after that they go out to have a meal or have some drinks and things, and those are the bonding we want to have in society. So by the time the young ones in the family migrate to that level, when they start working, they become my next line of patrons who can just get up, take money to go buy a ticket and watch a show.
Because loyalty is important.
Yes. And then it becomes hereditary because daddy was doing it.
And so
it's a cycle. So you see a family trickling down, marrying, then it becomes friendships. Okay, the Walker family decides to go watch a play, your brother, your sister, because your father and mother were doing it with you. Then you all decided to meet at the National Theatre, sit at one place, watch the play, and have fun with it.
I see. Now, for every product and service, if you want to sell, there's always a pricing strategy.
Yes.
You try to look at, perhaps you even undertake some service to see how people receive it and all that. Even as event organizers, you do that, or you just splash the prices and the rates?
No. What we do is you also need to understand the fact that times are hard. You need your revenue, but you also need to ensure you meet what the one giving you the money wants. And for me, I do multiple or repeats of the same play within a possible time. So if the product doesn't go well, it means I won't get the rippling effect of people coming to watch the other shows. So I need to be sensitive with my pricing And also I need to make sure that in terms of entertainment and in terms of value is so high above the price that you don't think of the price when you're going to get a ticket, because now everybody is talking about it, everybody is associating with it, so it becomes easy. And then when I'm packing for the festival, what we do is a single play goes for 80 cedis. That's our normal rate. But when you put it together, we do it 300. So then you have the chance of saving 100 cedis, because if you buy it at 80, you're buying 400. You get me? And which you can save, and there's also get another pack for somebody else.
I see. If by way of you look at the markets and what your targets are, and sometimes you don't tend to meet your revenue, it means it will have a dent on what your projections have been?
It's two ways. I start to market my festival from the beginning of the year. So 2017, I know my dates. So I'll advertise my dates during the first quarter play. That 2017, these are the days for the festival. Quarter 2, these are the days for the festival. Quarter 3, these are the days for the festival. In every event, our magazines, our novels is there. So it becomes part of planning for every family, for corporate bodies. Because the other aspect people don't know is my biggest clients are corporate bodies during the festive season, because a lot of them buy the packages to reward people, especially banks, and my biggest clients at this time is Standard Bank and Liberty Capital, who buy for their clients, hand them over, and they ensure that I give them satisfaction. And once a client is satisfied, those clients of mine also benefit. So it means next year the expenditure will go up, because there is excitement, there is benefits from the other side. So I need to excite their client, who their client happens to be my client. So that is how we go about it. So once you're able to do that, you can project how your spending will be in the next coming festival.
Also, when they develop well, people tend to plan for their holidays and their recreation, and so that is in line with their expenditure. Once you know that you have targeted clients, and whether it would be middle class or, so to speak, normal white-collar office workers, how then do you vis-a-vis try to educate them, or perhaps complement their effort to be able to plan towards a recreation, a festival period, etc.?
Good. My biggest competition in this industry as not an event organizer is weddings and funerals and outdoors. Those are my competition.
I don't get you.
Okay. You can forego a funeral, but you can forego an Ebo White play at a particular time and then watch it some other time, so that you can make the time for the funeral, the wedding, and engagement. So let's say tomorrow there is a play, but you have a wedding. So you can decide, okay, I'm going for the wedding at 4, so that by 6 o'clock I'm done, so that 8 o'clock I can be ready for the Ebo White play. You get me? So one, those are the things I look at. What is happening in the wedding events industry? What is happening with outdoors? What is happening with funerals? When I know, I position my weddings and my events at times that there will not be this clash, so that I can get my money. With festival, we have a lot of people doing homecoming who have seen on multi-TV, because wherever they are, they can still watch it. They've seen the campaign, they've heard on Joy, My Joy Online, and everything. They also plan that, okay, I know 27th, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, Ebo White is having these plays. When I come to Ghana, I am going to watch this play. So please, I have made payments into your accounts for you to reserve my tickets for me when I come and I pick it. Then, as I told you, the corporate bodies, then the families. So I know all these people. So I start my selling right from the middle of the year. And I visit companies, I visit individuals. We make sure we position it in your mind, and it becomes part and parcel of your planning. So instead of buying a hamper, going to town to buy a hamper, you take my ticket as a hamper, and you give it to somebody who has been good to you, or you give it to somebody as a wedding present, or you give it to a family who are doing a naming ceremony as a token of come and then have fun. So we have positioned it in such a way that it's an all-round product. And then when you come, the impact and entertainment is a phenomenal thing that then you also become an apostle to it. You go out there to tell people for me. So it becomes somebody who is my agent now to sell for me. And it makes it a bit easier for you to know, okay, it's not going well, so I need to re-strategize. It's almost 5 days to the show. This is the number of packs I have sold. What is happening? So that is how we go about this.
Are there peculiar challenges for event organizers? Let's say, and what would be those peculiar challenges?
Event venue to meet the size, to meet the market size.
I don't get you. You mean that where you usually convene your event,
yes,
you would have needed a bigger space?
The thing is, on a quarterly basis, we run a show 12 times. But for the festival, each play on a day, I'm doing it twice. So it means 1,005 times 12 is now being reduced to 3,000, because for Women on Fire, I can do the first show. That will take 1,005 people. And the second show, that will take 1,005 people. So the demand for the bigger market you have sold to becomes, you have to, it becomes first come, first serve. Once a hall is filled, I can't do anything. But there is a bigger hall, I can then say, I have sold the products and I'm enjoying the rippling effects.
Now, the challenges they face, how do they affect sales overall?
Your overheads, because your costs will go up, but now because you don't have bigger places to do.
Meaning what? Your overheads will go up, but your revenue stream is the same.
Yes, because if let's say I have a hall where I can do a 5,000. So
ideally,
yes.
If you do your marketing well, you do your activation, your promotion.
Yes.
Would you be able to fill a hall of 5,000?
Oh yes. It's not about doing my marketing well, because if I'm running the same products 12 times in a quarter, let's say quarter one, last quarter we did Rejected, and it ran for 8 times. If I am going to do a festival, I'm just running it twice. And this time, there are a lot of people who have heard it, read the reviews. So the demand for it had already started the very day it ended. The show ended. So there's a bigger pool of people who want to see the play now, because there's testimonies, there are reviews to it, and people are talking about it. So when they come to a place where you're taking 1,005, there's a shortfall, because a lot of people will come and then you have to turn them away. But if you have a bigger hall where can take 5,000, 6,000, then it means you are in business.
I see. Okay. So we also know that sales seem to have been mixed, because Kukwa Apia is reporting that most shops in the metropolis were closed during the Christmas holidays.
And most shops were closed with the exception of a few small shops. The holidays are here and businesses seem to be on break. Some boutiques and fireworks vendors were also opened for business, perhaps to exhaust their stock before the year finally comes to a close. However, the usual traffic that characterizes the Oxford Street had slowed down. We then moved to Accra Newtown, and here the story was the same. My current location is Accra Newtown, which is usually noted for being one of the busiest parts of the city. But today it seems that traffic has slowed down. Also, business is not as brisk as it usually is. We've spoken to some residents and business people here, and they have expressed some disappointment in the way business has gone this year. And also some of them have said that they're spending their day with their families, which is why business has seemed to slow down here. We've also been to some parts of the city as well. We've been to Osu and Accra Central. We've also been to the airport area to see exactly how business is flowing and traffic is flowing as well. This is Kukwa Apia reporting for Joy Business.
And we have to go back to the discussion. So we're looking at the state of event organizing and within the period, how sales are affected or not, but how also they tend to make sure they influence the market in such a way that they organize it to make those events or shows profitable as they can. We have Kokwesi Edu from Roverman Productions, and they are putting together an event within the period. So it means that within the calendar year, you have to plan what you have to do.
Yes,
Okay.
we have, and we know our dates from 2017. We know all our dates, the days we are having our production. So per each quarter, we advertise the dates to prepare the audience also to plan with us. So I do my first quarter, March. My audience, my patrons know that quarter two, these are the dates. They also plan with it. So once I am about to break communication, they also prepare to go buy the ticket, because with the economic situation now, things are tough. So if you don't plan for things, it becomes very difficult to get to what you want. So we make sure we do things right. Now, there is no way I'll take my audience for granted. There is no way I will hold my audience for ransom. There is no way I will sell a product to my audience and it will come in as a different product. I appreciate them, and we make sure they enjoy the kind of partnership we have, so that at any time they become our spokespersons in town. Let's say you're in town and somebody is saying, "Oh, I went for this Roverman show and this happened," because we make sure that our patrons are part of us and they experience what we put out there. You are able to educate the person and also explain things to the person, for the person to get a fair and a better knowledge of what is going on. So these are the pluses for us. And also knowing the brand himself, Ebo White, how he has positioned himself, and how he also sells society. So the goodwill plus good strategy and hard marketing gives us what we have now.
Outside the performance dates,
yes,
for a calendar year,
yes,
you don't try to risk other dates as well, trying to explore new markets?
We do.
Because I know some time back you went to Kumasi.
Yes. So they are all parts. And in a calendar year, we have our quarterly shows and we have our road shows. And
you have road shows too.
Yes. So the road shows goes to the regions. And then we have corporate shows that corporate bodies have engaged you to perform. And all these are part of the calendar. So there will be a time you might need my service, but then I have an activity to perform, which then becomes difficult for me to execute for you.
Okay. How do you compete with, because you are putting together a festival of plays.
Yes.
How do you then compete with, let's say, music or musical events and other events of recreational nature that is not in your line of business?
As I told you, we've packaged our products as a family-oriented product. So as a plus and minus for everybody. And the costs of leaving your kids at home vis-a-vis going with them is, if you look at going with them, is cheaper than leaving them at home. Because when you come, for a Roverman show is 2 hours. Once it starts at 4, it ends at 6. And then the whole family is coming and going. And the content we are putting out there is a content you are not scared of, the kind of question what you're exposing your kids to, or the kind of questions your kids will be asking you out of the content, because these plays consider all these kind of people. So really, I don't see it as we having a competition with the musical, because in my place I have music, I have comedy, and it's a full power pack entertainment. Everything in entertainment put together. And the other plus is I don't take my audience for granted. I know they expect me to start at 4 because I've advertised at 4. I will start at 4. And I know they have other engagement. So once I have their attention, I need to make sure they enjoy what I'm selling to them so that they will come again. Because I do 4 plays in a quarter. And if I take them for granted, it means I will be losing each quarter, and then my festival will suffer. So it's a well packaged thing that we do out there.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for passing through the
Thank
studios.
you too.
And today you're putting together a show, or the
No.
next one will be?
Our next show is 30th.
That's on Friday.
Yes. Then we'll do 31st. Then we'll do first, and then we'll finish the festival on the 2nd. We rejected.
Well, thank you very much. And with Roverman Productions, Kwekwe helping us in the discussions from the side of the event organizers and within the period, how they undergo or try to go around their business. We're taking a break. We'll be back with a